Alright, good evening everybody and welcome to Don Teague Training, and tonight we're going to talk about the MLSP Funnelizer, and tonight we're going to be building a funnel based on the Webinars on Air template, and I'm going to show you how to link your MLSP Funnelizer template, webinar template to your actual Webinars on Air. Now when you first log into your Funnerlizer section of MLSP, you will see this page, and the first thing you want to do is to go to Settings and Integrations. And the reason you want to do this, you want to make sure you have your Webinars on Air linked to your Funnerlizer. If you don't have it here, go to Add New Integration and select the Webinars on Air drop-down. Now you'll notice you have some information to fill out. Now it tells you exactly where you can find it. So you need to go to this location, grab the ID and the secret, and place it into this particular field. Now when you save the integration, it will appear here. So next, we're going to go over and we're going to create a webinar in Webinars on Air. So after you log in, you need to schedule your webinar. Give it a description. And let's set it to start on the 12th at 10 o'clock p.m. and end at 11 o'clock p.m. Now note, this is local time for me, but it could be local time for you if you were to change your time zone. So I'm going to hit save, and that's all I need. This one's done, it's there, it's ready to go. So now we're going to flip back to the funnels, and we're going to create a new funnel, and we're going to call it Webinar, and we're going to give it the slug of Webinar, and we're going to say create my funnel. And we're going to say register. Now your page name is just what shows up in the top of the page. Your page slug is just the remaining part of the URL. Now note, all you'll have to give them is this particular URL later whenever you're done. It will go to this page for you automatically. So when you select a page template, you're going to choose the webinar registration pages, and it's going to give you two to choose from. So on this template here, you can actually view a preview and see what you're going to have. So you could pick that one, or you can pick this one. Pick whichever one you want. Personally, today we're going to use this blue type of template, and we're going to save page and edit. And there's a reason I really want to pick this one, and we'll go over that here as we go through. So you have all of the fields. If you're familiar with the Funnerlizer, you're familiar with this. You can edit everything here in the webinar or on the page. But what I want to point out is this field here is a manual text field. So we have to pick that manually. The time, it's just stuck the time in there, so we have to do that manually. This countdown is what I want to go to though. Your registration will close in 1 day, 18 hours, and 59 minutes. Well, that's not true. If you look over here on the far right, the countdown timer date is what we need to change. So our webinar was actually starting on the 12th, and I believe I said 10 o'clock. So I do that, and now you see it's in, let's save that so it'll reset. Oh, we've got to set the time zone here. If you don't remember to do that, your time will be off a little bit. And let's reset the date, reset the time. You'll notice the time over there changing as I cycle through. So every once in a while you kind of have to change up the time a little bit to get it to work. But now what you see is you have your registration closing in 6 days, 23 hours, 13 minutes. All of this you know. I want to show you this. your video. You don't actually have to have a video, you could just replace it with a starting image. So if you wanted to have a picture of yourself and let's say Ray Higdon, you could select that image and it would show up here on the page. You wouldn't have to worry about actually having a video because you have no video to display on this particular one. Now let's talk integration, because you have to link it to your webinar somehow, correct? So we're going to click Edit Integrations, and we have 5 integrations to pick from, but I'm going to choose Webinars on Air. And I'm going to drop down, and I need to refresh because I have some old ones in there. But now you see Webinar, and if you remember earlier, we named it Webinar. So now if I hit close and save, oh, this, make sure that got in there. Yes, it did. Okay. So now, whenever they click register, it's going to send that information over to Webinars on Air, and they're actually going to be registered, and they're ready to go. That's it. You're done. If you publish your changes, close the editor. You got to start that variation and then publish the funnel. So let's go here and do a copy. I'll start a new tab and we'll go visit the page, and there it is. Now you'll notice it starts at, these times don't line up exactly because I chose 10 o'clock Central and I didn't change the time here. But this particular one is exact to what we chose earlier. As I'm recording this right now, I'm recording this late on a Saturday night. And it's going to show in, 6 hours or 6 days, 23 hours, 11 minutes, because it starts at the top of the hour, 10 o'clock, 49 minutes ago as I record this video. So the clock here is correct. The time up here is not, but this is just text. We changed that. I didn't change it to the correct time. No big deal, but keep that in mind. You'll have the stuff. All the other stuff, remember this was a video? Well, we don't have to worry about that. So all of these down here, you can edit all of that. You've seen all of that in the Funnerlizer training. So that's it. You're done. You now have the ability to publish this page. People will come to this page. They will see everything. They can register for your webinar. Webinars on Air will take over and send them all of the information. I hope you found the training useful. If you did, I would ask that you please share it with others. If you don't want to, you don't have to, but I would always appreciate it. And let me know if there's something else you want to know, and we'll work on a video for that one as well.